it does go that way.
It's good to talk about these things.
Yeah.
Like I say, leaning into the grief, also talking about it helps immensely. It really does. So if any of your listeners having similar problems, just lean into it, just accept it, talk about it. It's all you can do. Otherwise, it's just going to bottle up and you're just going to feel rubbish.
Yeah. And I'm a big advocate for that, as we are both on this channel as well. Hence why, of course, I'm still raising money for the charity as well.
Oh, tell me about that.
Yes, of course. London Marathon 2026, April 26th, I am raising money for the Samaritans.
That's not long.
But I am putting the training in, and I'm posting it as much as I possibly can, not necessarily too much on YouTube, but on my socials. I'm training basically every day or every other day, and we're raising a lot of money for a noble cause, and I'm a big advocate for reminding people that there is no such thing as being alone. You aren't alone in whatever you do. There is always someone to talk to. And I highly recommend, in whatever capacity or form that you do, just find that way to interact with someone like the Samaritans. Hence why they're there. That's that whole cause, the charity. Right? And for each donation, it just funds more calls and more volunteers and more people recovering and realizing they're not alone, which I went through that process themselves. They're a very deep, meaningful charity to me. And it just means a lot that I can show people that I've come that far. I've been that person. I've been there. I've felt alone. But hell, I'm about to run a marathon, for goodness sake.
And how's the training going for that?
It's going okay.
Yeah.
It's going okay, actually. I did 25 kilometers the other day.
Well done.
Thank you. By the time this video goes up, hopefully I would have done a little bit more than that. But, it's okay. I will say there are moments where I'm just like, oh, what am I doing? And my legs are beyond tired at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I just wake up in the morning and I'm just like,
and you look at your training schedule and you look at how long you've got to run for. My wife did not the London Marathon, she did the Great North Run, which is a half marathon. So I remember her going out and pounding the pavement in preparation for that.
Fair play to her.
And
honestly.
It wasn't. I don't know what your training program looks like, but with hers, she had a little book that she was going through, and it's not about the distance; it's about the time. Yeah. So she has to do like an hour run, then another day she has to do like a 2 hour run.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
And there's no escaping that, because like with distance, you can just go a bit faster and get it done. But when your run is like a 2 or 3 hour run, regardless how fast or slow you go, you're out for that amount of time. And it doesn't matter if it's raining, it doesn't matter if it's sunny, it doesn't matter if it's hot or if it's cold. You strap the trainers on and you go out and you do it. So hats off to you. I hope
that's very kind.
I hope you have a great day and enjoy it.
I hope so too. I know I'm going to enjoy London. It's I've been told, and from being a witness of many people do a marathon, I know that there is going to be that physical and mental hurdle, and I'm going to hit it, and it's going to suck. But if I've learned anything, especially from today's podcast special as well, and throughout my life recently, especially through 2025, is that I can overcome this, and I very much will. I'm going to keep going. Whether my head and my legs like it or not, there's going to be some supernatural force pushing me forward.
I believe the crowds carry. I can't speak from experience, but from what I've heard,
the atmosphere is
crowds
sublime.
are just going to get you through.
The atmosphere is the best it's ever been in London.
Yeah,
it's very hard being a spectator. Don't get me wrong. I agreed with someone who was also entering the marathon as well. We were both spectators last year. And he said to me, I'm under the impression it's just as much as an effort, if not more, being a spectator of the London Marathon than it is running the bloody thing. And I'm like, you're not wrong. I was stuck at the tube for 45 minutes about to get in. We jumped onto the tube. And then the member of staff threatened to kick us all off the train because the doors opened and reopened like 3 times. It's just like, we're going to miss our departure time. The trains are too full. For goodness sake, that one person get off. Or you're all getting off and this train's cancelled. And it felt very much like teacher voice moment. Everyone was like, oh, and then the doors closed and then the train moved and we all went, yeah. Everyone was like, yeah.
So did you see that one person get off at all?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I bet that person, they were the hero. So if they got off and said, I'll do it, everyone cheered. I bet they felt like a proper Clark Kent in that moment, just like
Bye-bye.
saluting.
I'll
It's
get
just
the
like,
next
I'm going to
one.
miss my partner running past, but you're welcome, gang. You're just like, oh, we're sorry, bye.
Yeah.
But
They have
no.
the similar thing for the Great North Run. They have the metro system in the northeast of England.
Yes,
and, it's kind of above and below ground, but they put on extra metros. But even so, just the volume of people, like you're queuing like down the street just to get on this metro to take you to where you need to be. But you know what? Everyone's in a good mood.
I've never seen London in a better mood than on London Marathon Day.
Either you're
Never.
a runner and you're knackered and you haven't got the energy to kick off, or you're a spectator and you're just buzzing on the crowd in general, and everyone's having a good chat.
I
so.
didn't need a single drink or anything at all to put me in such a high, elated mood that day. I was just sipping on water and I felt like I was on cloud 10,
And it's got to be one of the rare occasions where people on the London Underground actually talk to one another when they don't know each other.
It is.
Because usually that's not allowed.
It is. Well, we came to a crowd standstill, and that's the first time that the crowd has been moving, and we're literally just gridlock of people. And I was just there with water in my hand, and then obviously clutching my phone and wallet close to my chest. And I looked around, and it's just like, well, this is a first. And one person was holding beer and he said, more time to drink, way. And I'm like, hey. It's just like, well, I'm going to miss my friend run past, but who cares? Yeah.
I'll find a pub. I'll see him later.
That was just literally, but we managed to see him. That story had a good ending. We did still manage to see him, but it's going to be a good day.
Been on the finish line at the Great North Run. There was some sights. I saw this one guy running by, and like, you know, people doing fancy dress and costumes and all the rest.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And this one dude ran past, and he was just in normal jogging gear, and he had like blood spots where his nipples were, like running down there. And it took me longer than it should have done to realize that was not a costume. He was just bleeding with raw nipples. So I was like, for God's sake, take your top off.
I went to see my legend of a friend do the marathon in Seville recently.
Oh, lovely.
Beautiful day, beautiful city, quite quiet for a marathon as well. So we actually, only 20,000 people ran it.
Okay.
And it wasn't tons of spectators. It was, I'd say, just like a single line in front of the race course.
Yeah.
So you could very easily just step on your tiptoes and still see.
Oh, that's cool.
It was a really good time. But yeah, we saw, like you said, unfortunately, plenty of people with just red spots here. And it's dreadful because I know how bad chafing can get. And to the point you just refuse to just take your top off and just admit that you're bleeding. You just we looked at one another, myself and my friends. We were just like, it's not worth it.
No, you don't want to grind your nipples away, for God's sake.
No, I don't know. And then we were very privileged to see the people that won the marathon as well. We were there. We got ourselves a coffee towards the finish line, and it was 2 hours in, and we were like, okay. Our friend's estimate is 4 hours 45, so we're not going to see him here for another 2 hours 45 minutes. Let's go find him at another point. But then the people that were running about to cross the finish line ran past us, and the time above them was 2 hours and 5 minutes. And you're like, you're about to finish the marathon.
Can you
Goodness
imagine?
me.
Can you imagine running that far in that short a time?
They didn't look in pain. They just looked focused. And I watched the footage of them run over the finish line. The pair of them were running so fast with such momentum for that time, they fell over and tripped, and they and skidded to a stop. But they got up, and just pain was just numb to them. They just got up and they were just like, cool, yay, I won.
They're just like little wind-up dolls, like just off they go. They don't stop. They don't slow down.
Nope.
They're just in a zone. It's phenomenal
I don't know
to
how
see.
people do it, honestly.